How are you? My name is Michelle Connor. I'm your VCS for Living Environment. Today we're going to be looking at different ways that resources and different impacts of diet have on climate change and what kind of changes we can make. So remember, our black slides are for teacher use only and can get deleted out. The purple slide is our question for the day. Our lesson objective is in pink. The instructional models are in yellow. Independent work is in green. Check for understanding is in orange. And our blue heading is our wrap up. Anywhere there's a blue box is where the students can type. So today we're going to be looking at the activity here. So what you'd go ahead and do is you'd go ahead and you'd break the students up into a pair or a set of two. That's one way to do it. You could obviously have the kids work independently. And what they do is they'd be working on one of the two. There's a video and an article about the topic. So food waste, meat, dietary, and food systems. And what we'd have is each student or pair originally would be responsible for one of those topics. So they'd go through and they look at both sets of information and answer the independent questions. Then what we'd do is we'd go ahead and regroup them. So it's like a jigsaw with 3 or 4 other people. This way there's one specialist for each section. And they'd go ahead and they'd give them a summary and teach them kind of the ins and outs of the information that was presented to them. And then, of course, there's some independent questions that follow that. An extension for this activity is to have the students either independently or in their groups rate and justify which one of these is worse for the environment, or you can do which one of these would be the best for people to change. Now, there's different ways to look at it. So best for people to change, students can justify their answer by saying, oh, this might be the easiest, so we'd have more people do it. Some people might say this is the best because it has the highest impact. So there's different ways to look at this. And one way you could do it, you could either add a slide, or you can do this in Jamboard. So in Jamboard, you can go ahead and create a Jamboard for different groups. And each group can go ahead and rate and justify their answer in Jamboard. So what we're going to do is I'll show you how to do that. So when you're in your drive, you're going to go to New, More, Jamboard. And we're going to go ahead and just title these. Group number 1, ranking. And then you can go ahead and you could drop some directions in. So rank the 4 topics you learned today from highest impact to lowest impact, and justify your answer. When you do that, you could obviously make this bigger. You can go ahead and put in 2 boxes. And again, title these out. So this can be your ranking, and this box can be your justifications. Again, we can make this bigger. Now you can go ahead and if you're here, you could set a background if you want to have a background for them. Change the colors, it doesn't matter. And then you can go ahead and kind of just copy this slide and then move it over. So you have one for each group. So the students can go ahead and use sticky notes The topic, just to show you. They can write the formal headings, and then what they can do is they can actually put them in order. So again, you can make these bigger or smaller, and they can actually like layer them. So this might have the highest impact, and then the bottom has the lowest impact, and then they can type out their justification on a sticky or in a text box. And again, if they need more room and they have editing access, they can change if they need more space or less space. So this is a fun activity because it has them get the information, but then they actually have to use some higher order thinking and come up with reasonings as to maybe what changes can be made, what's the easiest change to make, what would be the most significant change to make, were they most surprised by. So this is a really fun activity in order to get some discussion going with their groups and some higher order thinking.